Hey, what's happening? How's it going? You're all very welcome to Ramble Pod number 10. It's Tom O'Mahony, your host here. How you doing? Thanks very much for tuning in. How was the bank holiday weekend? How was it? Huh? Nah? You fucking dying? You dying? I got a few pictures from lads and ladies of they were on the pint of Rooney's. Got a couple yesterday and Sunday even of people absolutely fucking hanging. But listen to the podcast from last Friday. Did you enjoy it? The bizarreness, the irony of it is the amount of people that were listening to the podcast hanging, and both Fred and Sean in that podcast were absolutely fucking dying. Two lads had been fucking hanging. They'd gone to see Mission Impossible 4 in 4D up at Parnell Street. They didn't know it was 4D, but the seats started fucking vibrating and mist started raining out of the ceiling and everything as part of the vibe. That's the fucking dog in the background again. Apologies for that if she's barking. Jesus Christ, I put her out. She was inside here eating a fucking antler. That's the thing. Have you seen these fucking antlers? 20 odd quid for a chunk of antler, and I couldn't wrap my head around it because you'll find them falling, out the countryside. You find them where deer are because they drop off or whatever. And she's been eating one that, well, let's just say these antlers didn't drop off a deer. They came pre-attached, and the rest of him made it to the freezer, but. I couldn't wrap my head around this 20 odd quid for a bit of antler. But fuck me, I gave her that antler, I'd say, in fucking hell, it must be a year ago. She must have been only a couple of months old. I gave her that antler, and it's only a bit of antler. She still isn't fucking through it. So word of advice, anybody who's looking for something for a dog that they're going to get their value out of. 20 odd quid. I mean, thankfully I didn't have to spend that, but at the same time, I would have. Knowing what I know now. Anyway, that's the dog fucking info out of the way. Jesus Christ, Tom, what a way to open it. You're all very welcome. If I haven't scared off the new people just yet talking about fucking antlers and hunting and stuff like that. This is Ramble Pod number 10. We've made it to 10 of them. People seem to like the Ramble Pod. Yeah, good on you. Jesus Christ, yeah, what a fucking weekend. What a weekend. I mean, I've gone a couple of weeks without barbecue, and then all of a sudden it's 3 days of barbecuing. I took the barbecue, brought the Weber. Shut the fuck up, dog. Seriously. Hold on one fucking second. Sorry about that. Christ almighty at the court. Just losing her fucking rag. Losing the fucking rag, the dog was. Outside the fucking door. Because she wanted to be in on this. And she comes in and just starts chewing on the fucking antler. I have her here now just in case she starts fucking freaking out. But she's chewing away in the corner. Good on you, dog. Fucking hell. I have no idea what I was fucking talking about. The weekend was good though. Like I said, barbecues. Down to the mother's, brought the Weber with me. Down to the mother's place, did ribs. Turns out she had a ton of shit on, so I only did 2 racks. I put it up on Instagram, actually just for the pictures. Just to see, because they turned out fucking well now, in fairness. They came out well. Did them for just shy of 5 hours. There's kind of a breaking point when you pick up ribs and they start kind of cracking all the way along. The meat starts splitting. You're kind of you're into the home stretch there. You're pretty much done. They turned out pretty snazzy. Then the following day I was in Limerick, waiting to hear the irony of this. We're in Limerick, and I went to a vegan restaurant for breakfast. Can you believe that? I went there because I was told that they had this unreal peanut butter toast fucking thing, with chili of some sort, and of course it's off the fucking menu when we go in there. So I think I ordered a full Irish or something. No, I don't know what the fuck I ordered. It was actually pretty tasty. I had no idea what I was eating. To be fair, even your one, God bless her, she wasn't the greatest server in the world. But you know what, she was nice. But she couldn't tell me a fucking thing that was in anything. I was like, are these sausages made from mushed up sweet potatoes or something? Because they taste like sweet potatoes. She goes, yeah, well, there's a bunch of shit in it. She had no clue whatsoever. But it was nice. I'll tell you one thing, lads. Limerick is it's a good spot. It's a good spot. I'll tell you, for grub. There's a couple of little streets there around the city centre, and they're very kind of trendy and pedestrian kind of looking. Like, the city's looking good. It is looking good. I went to, went to balance it back out. Then back home, and I did a leg of lamb on the barbecue, roasted it. Turned out pretty fucking nice. And there's kind of a method to it. that the mother went with, she boiled it first, which I didn't feel was necessary, but she had a plan up her fucking sleeve. Boiled it first for an hour and a half, then put it on the barbecue. Because it's pretty much done, you're just wanting to get some fucking smokiness into it and roast the outside of it. Put it in the barbecue for 45 minutes, and then she boiled the vegetables in. So you kind of end up with a cross between a roast barbecue lamb with stew. I have to fucking say, lads, it was tasty. It was tasty. Sunday then, I was down to the sisters for her annual barbecue. Bunch of people there. I didn't have a hand in anything. I was asked, alright, if I wanted to go on the grill. I'm like, no. The brother-in-law was handling that. Let him at it. That's his, if he wants to go, there's busman's holiday kind of in a way too. But it was like, no, it was smashing. It was smashing. It was kind of good to hang out with some people I hadn't seen in a while. Some people I'm kind of related to and not related to. And that was good. It's good crack. Seeing youngsters jump around. They got a bouncy castle in because I think it was somebody's birthday or something. It's nothing better than seeing kids busting themselves, like, bawling, crying. I looked at it, and the 7-year-old in my brain was going, jump into that bouncy castle, Tom. But thankfully, the 30-odd-year-old in my brain went, no, that has twisted ankles written all fucking over it, you fucking idiot. And you need your ankles. You need them. I can't get around without them, so, yeah, fucking hell. And I guarantee I had a couple of drinks. So I had to drive back up because I was gigging last night. If I was drinking yesterday, I guarantee you I would be talking to you today from a hospital. I guarantee you. Because I'm a fucking idiot. I guarantee I'd be inside that thing leaping around with kids and it'd be nothing they did. I guarantee you I would definitely just twist an ankle or throw a disc out or some fucking thing. So, yeah. There's times when you just have to fucking... I mean, Jesus Christ. Even the temptation to jump into the bathroom thing. Oh, yeah, that'll tell you where it's fucking at. Thank you very much to the Patreon people this week. One chap, I don't know, I can't make out your name because it's kind of a code, it's kind of a more of a not a real name. So, happy days, thank you very much. Andy, the other one, thank you very much for pledging. Fantastic stuff, good on you. Part of the fucking revolution. This is driving it on. There'll be more stuff down the line for Patreons. I have the stickers. I'm definitely going to get a bunch of stickers made up. I don't know, like Tea Republic is class, because two people have bought mugs this week. More people are buying Ramble Pod mugs, and Buckshot mugs. So it was a Ramble Pod mug and a Buckshot mug. Yeah, people seem to like the mugs. I suppose you have a gazillion t-shirts. You might only have 1 or 2 mugs for yourself. Dog, I swear to fuck, if you keep that up, hey, get the fuck over here. Dog, stop, so what an asshole. Not in here 2 seconds, sit up there. Come on, sit up there, fuck. Sit down. Good dog. Good girl. But yeah, fair play. Fair play, T. Like I said, it seems to be quite interesting with the Tea Republic stuff. I'd probably end up going with an Irish company in the next short while, because it's definitely a sign that people, because 1 or 2 lads have bought t-shirts that bought the mugs as well. I don't know where they're gone, because it doesn't give you the name. It just says you sold an item. So it's like, I didn't sell fucking anything, he did. But a sale was made. But I'd sooner kind of move to an Irish company if possible. So somebody like Hairy Baby or something like that, we may speak with them in the future. But it would seem there's a want for these things. And I'd fucking send me on the pictures, lads, if you and where you are. I need to know where these things are after travelling to. Because when you look at the stats of where people are listening to this shit, holy fuck, places, a lot in the Emirates, which is surprising. I don't know what the language laws are over there. But, maybe they're not. Yeah, maybe language laws, they don't give a fuck, do they? Do they? You let me know on that. I haven't actually gigged. It's the last time I was asked to... Actually, Eric Lawler, friend of the podcast, was on to me about possibly gigging, not Qatar, might be Dubai. But I'm guessing there's no... Jesus Christ, if Al Porter was able to fucking gig out there, and fucking Kevin McGahern, and even Eric, like, the lads all swear in course, so it's like, yeah, I think it's alright. So, obviously it's alright. Fucking a bunch of people are listening to it. Fair fucking play to you. We have a gang out in Australia, and the lads in Trinidad and Tobago. Fair fucking Christ and play to you. I don't have the other places up in front of me, but it's just interesting to see that people are listening to it. And I wonder for how long you're listening. You're going, are they natives, or are these Irish people listening that just happen to be abroad? Or are they like English speaking people? Or are they just natives? I'd be interested to know if some fella in fucking, I don't know, or some woman in fucking hell, like people listen in parts of Asia, blows my fucking mind. Like what the Christ? Happy days. Listen on, fantastic stuff. But yeah, thank you very much to everybody who's purchased, and as well to the Patreons. If you haven't subscribed to Patreon, give it a fucking think. If you would, you know what I mean, do it one time, maybe sign up for the month. This thing is only going to get bigger and better. Do you know what I mean? So it's ye that'll help it do that. Because self-funding this fucking shit when you gotta pay for the fucking hosting costs, and there's a couple of more hosting costs that are going to come into this now, because I'm going to have to go with a couple of other different crowds to get it out there to everyone, because that's the vibe. You can't just go through SoundCloud. You gotta go through a few more to spread the word. So yeah, there's going to be more coming down the line, and as well as that, like, I mean, obviously gear and stuff, like, because just listen to some of the other lads' podcasts and that I know, and even they're talking about upgrading their gear, and it's time to upgrade. I have a couple of tasty podcasts coming down the line, and yeah, before October, I'm going to need to purchase a different setup, I think, just to get it a bit fucking more professional. But to be fair to you, nobody's complaining, nobody's giving out. I think the one with Gordo was a bit noisy, alright, but we didn't bank on that restaurant to be so fucking noisy, all those foreign students coming in and everything else. But look it, that's the way it is. 'Tis the way of it, as the fella says. But no, thankfully none of you are complaining. But Patreon, if you haven't heard of it and you're new to the podcast, you probably have heard of it, but if you're new to it, it's mostly for podcasters. I mean, sure, it's for songwriters and it's for any form of art, but it seems to be mostly podcasters are using it at the minute. If you want to donate towards the podcast to help it get better and go fucking longer and go fucking bigger, and that you'll have more of it, because I'd like to, banging these out in just a half an hour on a Tuesday, an hour on a Friday. Who wouldn't want to fucking hear more? Who the fuck wants to listen to the radio where it's like, hey, good morning, guys, here's another fucking ad for you know what I mean? At least with this, if you just want to have it fucking in the tractor or in the fucking truck or in the car driving around or whatever, it's the bloke you fucking want to hear, you know what I mean? And it's the shit you want to be hearing. So there you go, Patreon. I'll put it in a link in the description of this. Have a look at it. Have a look at Patreon and see what you fucking think. If you have nothing to be doing with yourself, and go, you know what, that's worth it. If I'd buy a man a cup of coffee, I'd fucking sling it towards that podcast, because it's not going to nowhere. I haven't drawn down any of the money from it yet, because I've set a goal. It's not going to, I can, if I want, put it straight into the PayPal account, but it's not. I'm going to just leave it there till we hit about 500 quid. I'm going to leave it there. That way I can buy in some decent gear in the way I watch them called. Dog, I swear to fuck, I don't know what's up with you. You've been out to the jacks, you've had your grub, sit the fuck up here. Come on, hey, over here. I'm round with the fucking dog again. She's just been a pure bollocks, that's all she is. You have your antler. Go on. Good dog. That's a good dog. Yeah, that's the fucking chat. Fucking hell, just the ego this dog is after getting since winning that fucking, the county championship for being the cutest dog in fucking Wicklow. Relax, dog. You know what I mean? Next year you could be old and wrinkly and fat. There'll be another dog come on next year who just happens to blow you out of the water, and you all of a sudden you're going looking like Joan Rivers, going getting Botox, dog Botox. Is there such a thing as dog Botox? Is there? I bet there fucking is. Is there people getting plastic surgery done on dogs? What could you do? Fuck, that just dawned on me. Is that a thing, is it? I've never heard of it, but is it a thing? If it's a thing and people know about it, fuck me. Tweet it. Fucking Instagram it. Message me on Snapchat about it. Fucking hell. Wow. Right. Fuck, that's just got a disturbing fucking notion. I bet you people do. Bet you fucking lads down in Asia do it. Do you know the way they're obsessed with making their dogs look like cartoons? Ah, fuck. I bet they do. Jesus. Like I said, I got some great pictures up there over the weekend. So do continue with the fucking pictures. I want to hear this shit. Where was I gigging since I was talking to you last? Obviously, I was in Cork over the weekend. Thanks very much to everybody who came out to that. It's always one of my favourite clubs to do, City Limits. It's and Cork on Saturday nights of a bank holiday weekend are typically kind of, it's weird. Saturday nights are dead. Sunday nights fucking bananas. It's like, what changes? There's nothing. But it was actually grand. The numbers weren't packed, but we did all right. It was okay. I say we did all right. I was getting paid regardless. The club did absolutely fine. But you know what? The people that were in there, there was a good few there just purely to see me, which is always nice. And there was a great vibe then. There was a great vibe. Because I know that, I'm guessing it was one or two podcast listeners came as well. They just kind of, one chap, he was like, love the podcast, and just shot away. It's like, man, It's alright. It's okay. You don't have to say it shyly. It's absolutely fucking fine. So if you're listening, thank you very much for coming out. It made for a great night. I didn't stop for chips or nothing, lads, because I knew I'd barbecues fucking all weekend, so I didn't stop. The chips, I have to say, in Cork, they do chips fucking well. But I didn't put the boot down. Shot straight back up. And then I was in Unhinged Comedy Club again last night. Fuck, was it packed. Fuck. It was glorious and it's great and everything else getting the longer set because you're the headliner, but Jesus, by the time you go on, the room, because when I came in early because I wanted to see Kevin O'Sullivan was hosting, Darren Maher was on first, or Darren Lawler was on first, sorry, and then Emma Dorn, friend of the podcast, she was on as well, and I just wanted to see him. And even by the time Emma was coming off, it was like, whoo, it's about 28 degrees in here now at the minute. And you could see people starting to fade. They went for the second break and I knew it. I was like, oh, I'm just going to have to rip through my fucking stuff here because this is fucking sweaty. By the time I got on, you could see, like, there was a whole gang of fucking women from Scotland, a hen from Scotland. And at first, as a hen do, they were very well behaved. No fucking mad shit out of them or no fucking screaming or roaring. They were actually sound out. Because gangs of fucking women and Hindus can just be wild. And and there is no disputing this. There's no, like, I guarantee any women listen to this right now will go, yeah. But to be fair, that's not all Hindus. It's just Hindus that tend to come to comedy clubs in Temple Bar. Just look at that fucking combination. Fucking Scottish Hindu in Temple Bar. Now think about that. It sounds like a fucking nightmare of about 20 women. Fair play to them. Not a bit. They were obviously classy ladies. They didn't have any fucking sashes. They had no Mickey straws. They had no nothing. They just came to watch fucking comedy. But you could see the whole lot of them were fucked. They were just there fanning themselves down and everything. Because by the time I got on stage, it was about fucking 32 degrees. Like so. And you're supposed to do a half an hour for these people. Which I did, but you could tell they were fading. It was good. It was still a good laugh. Like, but it was, sweaty. But nice though, nice. I lost about fucking 2 stones, so it's great. See, I don't need no gym. Especially during the summer. Just go fucking gig. Just bucket and sweat out through me. I could taste fucking like barbecued fucking grease just coming out through my skin all fucking weekend, all last night. So, happy fucking days. Where am I this week? Oh, tonight. Yeah. No, this is Tuesday. I'm recording. Oh, yes, I'm doing podcast for Friday today. And then I'll be in, the Bowery in Rathmines tomorrow night with Totally Wired and I think Breda Larkin and the mighty friend of the podcast, Carl Spain, will be there as well. So, yeah, that's where I'll be next. Coming up next, my brain is absolutely frazzled. Also, last week, I was just thinking about it. Yeah, I knew I had something to tell you. So, there we are last week. So, I'm doing the Panto in Limerick this coming year, right? And more and more, my part in the show has kind of morphed into me. More so than actually a character that's meant to be in Snow White or whatever. It's just kind of morphed into, where do we stick to, where do we put a Tom character? And fair play to them, they're doing the Huntsman. And I think I might have mentioned this. I don't know, was I allowed to mention this in the cup? But if I have mentioned it, here it is again. They basically just said, Tom, we want you to play the Huntsman. It's like, yeah. I don't fully know what that is, but since then I've watched the Snow White with, obviously I look exactly like Chris Hemsworth. I'm probably in better shape actually, if the truth be told. I wouldn't go with the long hair. That's the one thing I will not do. I will not do the long hair. I swear to God, I can't. No, I had it before, and I can't hack it. That's the one drawback. So, so I'll be playing the Huntsman this year, and I get a message on. I'd looked, there was a couple of new lads, like Dale Cronin, friend of the podcast, is back. Haley Joe, friend of the podcast, is back. Richie Hayes, friend of the podcast, is back. Fucking Richard Lynch and Miles Breen, they're all back. Who else is back? That's it, back. And then I knew there was a couple of new lads coming. Joining Dale, I think they had kind of a trio thing going on. And then there's a new girl. Oh, God, what's her fucking name? God, I'm an asshole. I can't remember her name. It's not Francine. I can't remember her name. My apologies. I'll have her on the podcast over the Christmas. Anyway, so she's in it. But the next thing, I saw the 3 names on the lineup, like on the email. I'm like, yeah, And one of them was like David Crowley. I'm like, David Crowley, right, okay, yeah. And before I knew it, I got a message off Davy Crowley on my phone the day before, last Tuesday night, going, hey, what's the crack, boss? I'm like, fuck me, Davy Crowley, I haven't heard from me in ages. And you're probably going, Davy Crowley? If you watch Damo and Ivor, it was Oisin in fucking Damo and Ivor. I hadn't put two and two together at all, because it's just David and Davy. Davy was, so he's, any chance of a spin down if you're heading down? I said, yeah, absolutely, he's only living up the road, as it turns out. And I went, yeah, jump on in. So the crack was fucking powerful. So we went down for the photo shoot down to Limerick or whatever, and it was just fucking mad. And the coincidence being is that the Robert who owns the fucking play, who owns the panto, had no idea that we'd worked together. He's like, what? I said, yeah, we were both baddies in season 2 of Damo and Ivor, and actually part of season 1 as well. We were still both baddies, as you know, as a partnership of baddies. So even though I'm gone out on my own in this panto, it was just good fucking, and he's a sound skin. So that, do you know, because you never know, you're going to be fucking 5 weeks working with somebody, you're like, Jesus Christ, if it's going to be awkward. In fairness, this year, and the other lad, Johnny, who's going to be the trio with Dale and himself, the lads sound, they seemed like a fucking, like good piss taking, like the piss taking was good now in the dressing room, I have to say. They're fucking ripping into each other. So there was none of the softness that you sometimes get with theatre folk. It was, it's going to be, I think it's going to be a good fucking messy one, I'd say. It's going to be good crack. We had to go out to fucking, because we're heading back up. Before I head back up, I got a job, of course, off herself, because we were down at Blarney Woolen Mills in Bunratty. Dog, I swear to God, what is your fucking issue? She wakes up, she goes to sleep, wakes up and comes over and kicks the fucking door. Come here. Come on up, dog. Yeah, I said, dog, yeah. Go on, lie down there. There's a good dog. Yeah. People at the podcast want to know what your views are. What your views are on Brexit, huh? What's your views on Brexit, dog? Couldn't give a fuck, says the dog. Couldn't give a fuck. Yeah, I got a job, of course, and we'd been down at Bunratty Blarney Woolen Mills in April. And you know those little plastic yokes that are clipped into your, like something, you know, a piece of clothing that you buy? She bought a raincoat, walked out with it, drove back up to Dublin with it, and then went to try on the jacket, and the plastic fucking thing that's supposed to be clipped off at the counter, do you know the little fucking security tag? Nah, it didn't go off, nothing. So your mom was like, well, if you package it up and send it back down to me, I'll clip it off and send it back up to you. So we'll do that at some stage. And it hadn't been done. Because you can't go at these things again yourself, because some of them are loaded with ink. If you go fucking pulling and dragging it. So I didn't even fucking touch it. And the temptation was there to get the hacksaw out, to be honest with you. It was, but I didn't. So I had to pop back in there, and it's mad, like, Jesus Christ, the money they're making in there off the foreigners. Oh my God. Now they're selling good gear, there's no doubt, like, but the fucking money they're making. And it's aggressive. She's like this old one that's been working there forever. And she's not nasty, but she has zero fucking training when it comes to customer service. She's like, yes, what? Do you want that in dollars, do you? It's like, the poor Americans were just getting a fucking, what? Yes, if you want to charge it in dollars, that'd be great. Have you got your tax rebate? Have you? If you haven't got one, I'll give you one. It's like, oh my God, Jesus Christ. So I'm lining up going, what story do I, because of course I can't find the receipt. I have an email alright about this. I'm going, Jesus Christ. Lo and behold, I get to the counter, she goes, yeah, and she goes to swipe it. I said, whoa, no, this was bought back in April. It had the security tag on it. And she was like, oh, all right. And she clicks it off as fast as fuck. Like, without even a question. I'd say this ain't the first fucking time she's done this. Like, she's like, oh, all right, sorry, yeah. Well, no, there was absolutely no sorry coming. It was just fucking, here you go. You know, and of course, the American fella beside me goes, actually, and he looks into his bag, fucking security tag left on his one too. It's like, lady, you need to fucking, you have two missions here. Take money off people and take the fucking tag off the fucking, because she stole my hanger too. I brought her on a fucking hanger, and she fucking stole the hanger. I was only halfway out the door. I was like, that was fucking my hanger. But I wasn't going back to this old bitch. She's not an old bitch. She's just a tough old woman. Like, you know what I mean? Do you know what she'd do well? She'd work well. She's not even that old. Like, she's probably only fucking 60. But I'd say she'd do well working in a hardware shop. You know, that attitude. Do you know what I mean? It didn't really comply with fucking selling iron jumpers and fucking silk scarves. It lined up more with, like, she worked alongside Jerry McBride selling fucking hammers. Do you know that kind of an attitude? It was, yeah. But we got it, like, for anybody who's an absolute fan of the show, and people actually saw it, there was a bit in series 2. It was our swan song where we were made wear these ridiculous things at a fashion contest in series 2 of Damo and Ivor, and I had read it as the tags as Blarney as a designer, Blarney, and Oisin, of course, was to give it, no, they're Blarney. So it was a perfect photo opportunity, and a few people actually recognised it. They actually went, I recognise that moment you've just done there. You got a photograph outside Blarney Woolen Mills. So yeah, a little bit of stupid shite for you there. Fair play to all the boys and girls gone to Edinburgh. If you are thinking of popping over to Edinburgh at all, go see our friend of the podcast, Mickey Bartlett, or any of the look, go see most of the Irish lads that'll be on the podcast, that have been on the podcast. You know what I mean? Most of the Irish lads over there, you're actually in all of them. You won't go too far around for an hour or a half an hour, whatever set they're doing. Dog, stop fucking at that shit. What's outside the fucking door that's so interesting? If I let you out, you'll only want fucking back in. Come here. Hey, come here, dog. Come here. Fuck's sake. Come on, sit up there. Cut that shit out. Come on. Jesus Christ, you're looking at me. You have such an ego right now. It's not even funny. Fucking hell. Yeah, like that. If you should. You know what? I mean, I'm all the time telling you to come to my shows and stuff, but you know what? If you can't go wrong going to Edinburgh. It's free in to almost all the gigs. Some of them alright are ticketed, but like, do you know what? You can't go overly fucking wrong going to any of the Irish lads. I mean, sure, there's going to be nice, good ones from England, and look, they're going to rate highly anyway. But as I said, for the most part, on the free fringe, unless the non-ticketed one, it's pay what you want when you leave. And if you do go, don't fucking, well, you know what? Anybody listening to this is normally a sound skin. You'd throw a couple of fucking pounds in anyway. But I've done it a couple of years myself, and you'll get people going, sorry, I have nothing. Like, see, you came into a show knowing the setup here, like, you knowing that they're all donations, and yet you still sat through the entire show, and you are happy enough to just go, yeah. You gave me a product there for an hour, but no, I'm not going to give you anything. Like, and to be fair, normally that's just Spanish students. Do you know what I mean? That's who it normally is, and they're trying to get in out of the fucking weather. That's normally what they're up to. So that's if you've never been to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival, you've got the whole month of August to go and fucking blitz it and see a bunch of fucking shows. You can't really go fucking wrong. So McGregor, Khabib, it's on. It's fucking on. Cue all the fucking ball bags buying fucking check suits and drinking fucking vodka and tonics now when they're out because they're trying to keep their weight down. Cue the fucking lads getting fucking sleeve tattoos, chest tattoos. The bebbers are going to, the fucking attitudes of people. It's unbelievable, like, when you watch it, like, in or around the upcoming weekends to the fucking, to McGregor fights, just the level of schwa that goes up around Dublin is fucking phenomenal. Lads fucking actually doing that walk and everything, like, because cocaine is through the fucking roof. Man, the cocaine levels in Dublin right now, and you can see it a fucking mile off. Like, it's just outrageous. It's gone to fucking, and wait till this fight comes, like. What you reckon? I mean, we're all fucking experts in MMA apparently nowadays, but like, we're not really, like, but I mean, if your man gets a hold of you, that fucking Khabib fella, he's been staying fighting, do you know? But then you can't underestimate the other fella either. Like, McGregor has some fucking paws on him. Speaking of fighting, there's a great, I don't know if I must actually check out if there's a film going to come from it or a documentary going to come from it, but it's just a short trailer to this amazingly shot one where when Spike went to fight, not the last time, I think there's 2 fights ago. This is Spike O'Sullivan, friend of the podcast, one of my first guests. He went to fight in LA, and I knew there was video cameras with him, and I wasn't sure what I was for filming and stuff like that. But I have to put it on the comedy page. Have a fucking look. It'll absolutely, Jesus Christ, it looks amazing. Dog, I swear to God, we're going to have a serious fucking falling out. Cut that shit out. Fucking 2 more minutes. I'm nearly finished the podcast. You fucking bollocks. Just give it 2 more minutes. I'm nearly finished. Fucking hell. Fucking making a holy show of me. And the hurling has been decided. The hurling final. Poor old Clare got knocked out on Sunday from the Herring Chokers Galway. I didn't think Galway looked too amazing. I mean, they looked alright, but it was like the skill level was savage. But they didn't look, I've seen them look better in better years. I mean, Clare had 19 fucking wides. 19 wides, you don't deserve to win shit. You cannot have 19 fucking wides in any sport. That's 19 failed attempts. Although maybe you could have it in soccer. Soccer seems to just be a calamity of fucking failed events, and then hopefully somebody manages to thread the fucking needle and get one goal at least. But I mean, you just can't have 19 fucking wide. So now it's going to be Limerick Galway final. Very fucking interesting. But Limerick haven't won fuck all since the 1970s, so I think it's only fair. Let them have a go. At the Panto launch, because it was Limerick, they wanted us to wear all fucking for this one particular shoot. The shoot was pretty much done, and then of course PR Emma comes out. She's like, I've got all this Limerick flags and shit. And I'm like, I'm not wearing that shit. I mean, I like Limerick, but I'm not fucking from Limerick. And of course, all the other actors are like, come on, we're actors. It's fine. I'm like, no. And fair play, the boss man was like, nah, Tom's done what he's been contracted to do here. And now you want to slap on this stuff on top for free? Ain't happening. And you know what? Just to be a fucking contrarian, I absolutely fucking didn't. I wouldn't do it. And when I did go into the photo shoot with the group, I just had a big fucking thick head in me. Dog, would you fucking give it a rest? Seriously. It's not like the fucking car is fucking running out there for you. We're going nowhere. We're chilling out today. We've got fucking barbecue prep for the weekend. Fucking relax yourself. Yeah, big barbecue. The big one is coming this weekend. It's going to be kind of... I gotta get in a ball more fucking meat. I gotta get fucking pork bellies and stuff, actually. I've been getting pictures of lads who are actually shopping in Brendan Healy's this weekend. He got fucking cleaned out by one chap there on Snapchat. He sent me on, I don't, is it Mull, is it? I can't remember. Or is it Ger? Fair play to you either way, good on you. Really, the fucking drama, dog. The drama. You're actually whining now. You were happy 2 seconds ago with the answer. Come here. Hey, come here. Hey, stop being such a fucking diva. Get your hole over here. Fucking hell. Imagine living to do with that shit. There's absolutely nothing outside the door. All of a sudden she's like, I just want to go out there, you fucker. And 30 seconds out there, she'd want to fucking come in. Oh, good Jesus Christ. That's the end of the podcast anyway, before I fucking, myself and the dog have to have serious fucking words. Hey, give it a fucking rest. Hey, give it a fucking rest. Come on, come over here. Come over here to fuck. Come on, come over here. Fuck's sake. Relax yourself, dog. Relax. There you go. Like I said, that's the end of the podcast. Thank you very much for staying with it. If the dog didn't send you over the fucking edge. Yeah, where'll I be? I'll be in, like I said, the Bowery tomorrow night. Follow me on all usual forums, for fuck's sake, what is it, 1992? On all usual platforms. Tom O'Mahony Comedy will find all of them, really, bar Snapchat, which is Tom Bear O'Mahony, if Snapchat's your thing. Instagram is where I kind of post most of my stuff, because I'm not really sure about fucking Snapchat. I'm not sure what the fuck I'm doing. Look, maybe it's just not synced up to my brain. I'm guessing that, because... Or maybe I'm just stupid. I don't know. I find Instagram more easier. And I seem to get probably more direct interaction, I find, with Instagram. But then, keep on with the snappy chats. I throw stuff up there too, like, or whatever. And I do reply to people. I like that. Hit me up with any shit you want. If it's anything cool stuff, photographs of you fucking, or just a screen grab. Or if you fucking just want to, if you want to ask a question. Or if there's something on your fucking mind, because I've gotten a couple now in the last week or two that just people just want to, you know what I mean? They can't be fucking talking to maybe people fucking close to them or whatever. And look, I'm no fucking psychoanalyst or I'm no fucking expert on fucking shit, but I tell you one thing, I have always got something to say. So if it's fucking handy, or just go, here Tom, this is fucking melting my fucking brain at the minute. What you reckon? What you reckon about this? Then fucking feel free. Email me if you want, buckshotpodcast@gmail.com, or if it suits you better, Tom O'Mahony Comedy will find me on all the other ones. Like I said, fair play to you on the old Patreon fucking front. Keep it up. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description along with the T Republic one. Have a look. Tell me what you think. If nothing else, I can work around, you know what I mean? At least I'll know, because I've never been selling fucking t-shirts or fucking stuff before, designs. So let me know what you think. of them on the products that they're on Tea Republic. If you're going, no, Tom, do you know what? I reckon they should be on a fucking pair of jeans or something. Like back in the old days in the fucking 90s. Remember you get like Bros on a pair of jeans? Well, I didn't get Bros myself, but you could get stuff printed on jeans. That would be hilarious to put my fucking face on like an arse or something, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? There's some fun things coming up down the line that there's no point in talking about just yet because they haven't been finalised. And in this business, it could be, you're only as good as fucking when you step on the stage, essentially. It doesn't really fucking have, you know what I mean? The rugby could be pulled from under you in 2 fucking seconds. So for now, go for it. And send me on plenty of fucking stuff. I want to see loads of fucking pictures. Things you're happy enough for me to repost. You know what I mean? If it's not a repostable thing and you have some questions, because I just put up the pictures from the lads, basically listen to the podcast. If it's anything message-wise, don't worry. I won't be reposting or talking about that shit if you don't want me to. No problem at all. Now, go forth. Have a cracking week. The weekend won't come around fast and you know it. And we'll have another guest for episode 70 on Friday. Right. Go handy.